Hello everyone, welcome to Officer 24/7 and this is our channel JIB CIB English Medium. What am I here today for? Today we are starting with our session for JIB October 2024 regarding the concept show. 10 minutes concept show is here everyone and today is the first session. First of all, please share the session, like the session and don't forget to subscribe to our channel if you haven't done it yet. Preparing for this examination of accounting and financial management and thinking about where to start from. You have to start from the very beginning concept, that is what is exactly accounting, because if you look at the particular subject, it is accounting and financial management. Matlab, first of all you need to understand what is accounting and then the extension of it, which is financial management. Now let's talk about this area, everyone. Today we're going to talk about the very first thing, that is called accounting. What do you mean by the term accounting, everyone? If I talk about the term accounting, accounting in actual starts with the area of noting down a few things, recording what whatever is happening in the business. But when we talk about the term business, now see, business is what? The specific economic activity that we do. So first of all, what you do is you record. What do you record, everyone? You record a specific area. You record a transaction. Transaction matlab sale, a purchase, or any other thing that is happening in the business. Now, the point is, if there's a transaction, a purchase or a sale, expense has been done, income has been received, then after that, what happens is when you have a transaction, it will have an impact, right? It can have a positive impact or a negative impact, or the result of it. So, the positive or negative impact is your profit or loss, or if you have sold everything, whatever is left. So when we talk about transaction, it's the particular transaction can be said as the particular item which is related to the purchase or the sale or the particular exchange of goods or anything of that sort. Then they have event. The resultant of a transaction is called event, which is our profit or loss or the closing stock. So basically what you do is, first of all, you record everything, because we are humans, everyone. A human cannot remember everything, don't you think so? So then the very first thing is, since we cannot remember everything, so first thing is to record. Second thing is to see, the point is, when we talk about purchase, keep all the purchases together. If there's a sale, keep all the sales together. If there is a particular expense, then club all the expenses together. This classification will help us to think in a better way. Don't you think? Recording is basically noting down everything, whatever has happened. Classifying is basically keeping it into different classes of things. It can be expense, it can be income, it can be profits, it can be losses of anything. Matlab, one is goods, one is assets. When we talk about, I can sell my day-to-day goods. For example, I am a stationery seller. So selling stationery is my good. But what if I sell a car that belongs to the business? So selling a pen and selling a car cannot be the same. So classify these two things separately, their profits separately, because when you meet your banker, they will ask you, if you take a loan, that what is this particular expense, what are these incomes that you're receiving. So you have to group the things according to their similarities and keep them different because of their dissimilarities. Then comes summarization, everyone. This classification sounds good, but after a certain period of time, one thing which is very important is, at the end of the day, what is your profit, what is your loss, and combine everything together. The total statements have to be seen whenever we talk about the performance of the organization, and then you study it, because just jotting down everything, just noting down everything in the report card of a child is not enough. Once you understand कि अच्छा this is what is written in the report card, then from that report card what are you getting? From that report card you will write down the marks, है ना? You will see अच्छा this particular student stood first, this student stood second. Then that means not only looking at the report card is fine, summarization is good, but then you will have to understand what are you getting out of it. a profit or a loss in the over the period of time, in the span time, in the, we can say, the time span they have taken up, what happens in this case? This is what we define in the area of analyzing. That means after noting down everything, you have to study it further for trend analysis, for future, for anticipation of the future planning, for everything. Now, it provides the information about the financial health of the organization. When we talk about, see, in humans, we say our vitals are important. My heartbeat, SpO2, and at the same time, I would say temperature, BP. These things are defining ki I am alive. In a business, your financial statements define your financial health. That is how we define the area of accounting. Done, everyone? That's the important part. Then we can look at it like this. There are certain terms which they use for this. This is why it is called accounting cycle. There's a certain manner in which we go. In this specific sequence, the very first thing that we start with is transactions. Under transactions, what do? We note down sales, we note down purchases, any expenses, any incomes. All those things are basically written down. Then they are transactions. Now, everyone, transactions are to be noted in a certain manner. The manner is called journal. Journal is basically purchase made, sales made, expenses, this expense, single incident written. Matlab, if you ask me what is journal, journal is basically writing down in your diary, purchase, today I did this, today I did that, individual thing that is happening with you. You are writing it down. That is journal entry. Then what you need to do is, everyone, you cannot understand everything from the paragraphs now. You put into tabular form. So what you do is you put all those entries in specific similarities. All the purchases together in one table, sales in one table, then expenses in one table. All those things are written into their respective tables. That is your ledger. Then you have one particular big table which is a cluster of all those tables. Total sales, total purchases, total expenses, total drawings matlab my personal funds which I've taken from the business, I have to note it down. That is what is called drawings. So then you make trial balance. Okay. Then you complete your trial balance, you write it down in a uh, working paper form. Then there are certain things which you will remember, everyone. Once you're done with the examination, you revise it again. That is what we did with Miko Kids. Na? So same thing happens here. Once your worksheet is prepared, then there are certain things you will come to know on the last day. On 31st of March, people are going to discuss, Acha sir, did you note down this thing? Did you note down that thing? One they would be like, oh, we have to add this thing. What the things that you are adding at the last moment, they are called adjusting entries. Then, after all the adjustments, you prepare your financial statements. Number one is your profit and loss account. Number two is your balance sheet. So, these are the two important areas that we prepare the final accounts of the business. That means this shows the financial health of the business. If you make a good profit, that means the organization is doing well. If you are facing losses, that means the organization is not doing well. And then ultimately you close your books of accounts. This is how you prepare your books of accounts, and once you preserve it for your future. That means the next year we will continue with these books as a reference. To understand the accounting cycle in detail, this is the particular detail of it, everyone. Okay, so let's discuss this part as well. Let's look at this, everyone. First of all, the very first thing is what? Transaction, noting down whatever has happened. That is number one. Then you note down each and every event that is happening and everything that is happening. Ki one thing happened, then the other thing happened. Every transaction has to be noted down. Then posting, you put it into ledger. Then you make one particular account which is called trial balance. A few things that you will come to know just at the end, and then you close your books of accounts. And this is how the entire financial statements are prepared. Chaliye everyone, that's it for the day in our 10 minutes show. I'll be meeting you in the next session. If the session was helpful, please go ahead and like it and share it among your peers. Thank you so much for being there. Bye bye.